Welcome back to the channel. Today I have 4 brand new EDC fixed blades to share with y'all. We got some really cool ones in here, and it seems like that's something y'all really love on the channel, so I'm gonna try to give y'all more of that. I got a lot of new ones coming, so let's get started. First up, we got one coming from one of my buddies. This is designed by Casey over at the Knives Fast channel. If you're not already subscribed to him, definitely go check his content out. He's a really nice guy. He does a lot of cool stuff, and he designs knives as well, folders also. So this is a perfect EDC size for me. I absolutely love the size of this one. I do wish it was a 2-part Kydex sheath. However, I can make do with this because of how thin this is. Comes with this small Tech-Lock style belt clip attachment. I'll probably slap an Ulti-Clip on here. And here is the blade. So it's kind of like a little steak knife looking, but I absolutely love that drop point. It's got a nice stonewash finish. Beautiful jimping up here, which I love on my fixed blades. And this one is in 14C 28N steel. Absolutely love it. So it's checking a lot of the boxes for me. Right now, I think these are sold out, but I'm gonna try to wait till these come back in stock at one of the dealers. The only place I think you can pick these up is on the Kubey site, and you gotta wait a long time, and shipping's outrageous. So, like I said, as soon as I see these drop here in the US, I will try to drop my full review on it. But yeah, just a good overall lightweight carry. Like I said, slim in the pocket if you're carrying it in the pocket, or if you want to carry it inside the waistband, that would be nice as well. It has burlap, black burlap micarta. They call it coarse micarta. It is contoured. Now, of course, this is just a quick cut type of knife. You could do some stuff for a long period of time, but because of the thin handle, it might start to fatigue your wrist and forearms because you're going to be having to squeeze it a lot tighter, but I'm okay with that. You got a nice usable blade here, and it's going to be a very versatile blade because you can easily get that tip down into things to do drag cuts, detailed cuts, and I'm sure it's fairly slicey as well. So let me know what y'all think about the new Dust Devil. I thought I had missed out on these, but I was on Casey's live, and somebody in his comments said that there was one available at White Mountain Knives, so I snagged it up during the live. So stay tuned for this one. Now this next one's my first knife from this company. I found them, I think it was on Scab's channel, Choir Boys Cutlery Outdoors. If y'all don't follow him and you like my testing, go check out Scab. He does some outstanding work as well. He tests them way beyond how I do it, but I saw some of the bigger knives from Jeo-Tec on his channel, and it got me looking. Now, a lot of them are over $100, but they have some that are under the $100 mark. This one right here is more my speed. It's an EDC fixed blade. They're calling it a neck knife, and they had one version that had a Kydex sheath, but I did not see it on Amazon when I picked this one up, so I still wanted to try it out. It's a very high quality sheath though. Comes with a nice little dangler, and I love the aesthetics of this knife. So this right here is the Jeo-Tec number 11. Let me just give you a size reference because it's a small, like they're saying, neck knife. This is an Ontario Rat 1, and here's the Rat 2. So it's about the same length as the Ontario Rat 2. Might be a little, it's a hair smaller than the Rat 2. I was a little worried because the handle's pretty small. I get 3 fingers here, and that little hook right there, which I usually hate on knives, hooks these 3 fingers in for me, and then this finger hangs off right there, and that thickness on those micarta scales fills out my hand perfectly. So I'm hoping that it's very comfortable whenever I go to test this one. I may even slap a lanyard bead on there so I can grab a hold to that if I need to. But I do feel pretty locked in. I just love the overall profile of this one. They have a lot of their fixed blades that look like this, and they have some hunting ones and stuff like that as well. Perfect sharpening choil. It would have been nice if that was a forward finger choil, so I could choke up like that if I wanted to. I might have to add that after the review. And they have a very slight crowning of that spine. I absolutely love that. You have a pop of red for those liners in there. Just look at that. Yeah, I love my fixed blades to have these thick scales like this, especially if I plan on doing a good bit of work, because you're going to be far less likely to fatigue yourself when you have that extra thickness to grab a hold to. Whenever you have the thinner scales, I like those for doing, you know, just regular small EDC tasks. But if I'm going to be doing a lot of cutting, I like these thicker scales to fill out the hand. I think that'd make a great little camp knife if you want to wear it as a neck knife. Or if I had the Kydex version, you could just, you know, clip it inside the pocket. Great little design. These are coming from Spain, and if this one does well, then it definitely won't be my last Jeo-Tec. I think the next one I'll probably try out one of their big fixed blades because I love a lot of theirs. All right, we got one more budget one, then we got something special again. So I've been looking at this one for a long time. This is the Kubey Aiden. Now, I don't like the sheath and I don't love the blade shape on this one, but I'm gonna tell you why I picked this one up. These were a good bit more expensive. I think they were like 40 bucks the last time I checked. Well, I got on Amazon the other night and these were going for $30, $29.90 or something like that. So I figured, why not? Let me just try it out. So even though I don't like the leather, it is a decent sheath. And here is the EDC fixed blade. It's a cleaver shaped blade. I like that linen micarta, and they left it to where excellent traction there. Decent thickness. I will say it feels really, really good. And I usually hate whenever you have dedicated choils like that, but my fingers fit in there perfectly, so I'm okay with it. And I can carry it in pretty much any grip if I want to. One big thing I don't like on this one is you got a bead blasted finish, and this is in D2 steel. So I'm probably going to eventually stonewash this just to try to help from corrosion, because D2 and blasted finishes is a recipe for disaster here in the South. They tend to rust rather easily, but look at that. I like that little scoop. But what I plan on doing, and I may never get around to it, and I'm probably going to review it as is, or it's going to be in one of my top 10 videos if I like it. But eventually what I want, my whole thought about when I bought this is to reprofile this and take that off up top and then come down here to have a sheep's foot blade. That would just be more my speed. But like I said, for 30 bucks, I figured I could try it, and I'm sure somebody would like it. You know, we all have different tastes, and you know, I think at the $30 price point, Kubey makes a pretty quality knife. Yep, man, I almost don't want to do the profiling because this little spot right here would allow you to do these drag cuts like this and be able to put pressure down comfortably into whatever you're cutting. To make a great, like if you're a leather worker, you had to cut out some leather or anything that you're going to be doing some fine detail work. Yep, super cool. Saved the best for last. My last first impressions video y'all saw this EDC fixed blade from my good buddy Steve Callari from Steve Callari Custom Knives. This Steadfast, I picked it up. He dropped this on Instagram, and I absolutely love it. And I told y'all it would not be my last Steve Callari Custom. I already own this one. This was my first one. The review is coming soon on this one. Y'all definitely gonna want to watch this. So, like I said, we got this one. Well, I saw he dropped this one on Blade Binge 3 days ago or so, and I went right away. He posted it on Instagram that it was dropping on Blade Binge. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm not going to ever stop buying his stuff, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. So, got that beautiful drop point with desert ironwood scales. Beautiful sheath once again, so I'm guessing they're coming with these beautiful sheaths now. Check this out. So, this is his new Warncliffe Steadfast. Absolutely stunning. Look at this. Yeah, hopefully y'all can see that thinness at that tip. That means this thing's going to be a laser beam. Excellent utility cutter. This is going to probably be my go-to cardboard destroyer here. Perfect sharpening choil. So whenever I need to, I can always take a diamond file and keep going up. We have some beautiful vintage linen micarta with those Tiffany blue liners. I love that. I think it looks so nice. Yeah. And then we have the black pins. And look at that contouring, boy. He has leveled up every single knife I get. This thing is so comfortable. You know, I usually get scared whenever I see the polished micarta scales like this, but whenever your hand locks into it, it doesn't really matter. Just like wood, you know, wood, the reason I don't love getting wood scales is because they're usually slick for my hands, but this one, locks in. I love his handles, man. Love how he comes all the way down like that with that deep contour. Does it on this side. You have no sharp spots on this except the back, but it's not really sharp. That's the nature of the beast whenever you're contouring. And I'm not worried about that. I don't touch that at all. Which one do y'all like more? I like them both. I can't deny that. Now this one's an M390 at 64 HRC. It's one thing you're always gonna get, that performance heat treat on it, baby. And this one right here is in crew wear at 65 HRC, vintage butterscotch linen. Yeah. And this is not the last you're going to see of my Steve Callari Customs. I can promise you that. I had that kitchen knife until it goes with my brother. And yeah, if you're not following him on Instagram, do yourself a favor. If you're looking for a high quality, high performance fixed blade, yeah, you don't know what you're missing out. And his prices have to go up. I'm going to tell you now, they have to. You know, they went up a little bit because he's adding these beautiful leather sheaths to them. And his work is getting better and better, so he's going to have to charge more, you know, eventually. So, awesome work, Steve. And I cannot wait to test these two out. Stay tuned for my review of this one that I did. This is the first one that I got him to make for me. This was like an actual custom. You know, we went through a design and I sent him the scale material. This wasn't his steadfast, but then he started doing the steadfast after this one. And we got some of those other EDC fixed blades. I also have 2 or 3 more EDC fixed blades coming. I got 2 from Miguel Nito coming that they look awesome. We'll have to wait and see. And then we have some of these that I'll be testing, and I'll be doing, you know, probably a top 10 that I've tested in the last month or so. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave those down below. I hope everybody's having an absolute amazing Sunday. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.